Welcome to Dustin's Vinyl. And here is your host, Dustin Chafin.
Nice. And Kapfer, everybody. Unbelievable. Hold on, I gotta move away from my cords. See too many cords. And look at that. Oh, look at that ugly filing cabinet. I gotta destroy this thing.
Yeah, like, but show that sweet Beatles record.
We've shown that a few times. That's pretty cool. But this filing cabinet, not so cool.
Maybe you could sell it on OfferUp.
Beatles, cool. Yeah. Filing cabinet, not
filing
so cool.
cabinet, not so
but
cool.
Be honest with you, I mean, if the house burns down, everything that's in here is going to be safe, which is going to be my passport, my Boys Life magazines, and cards I just can't get rid of that my Nana gave me, that kind of stuff. Cards are terrible. Like you get them and you open them and you're like, oh, that's sweet, and then you're just like, well, and then you hold on to them and it's like, I guess for sentimental reasons, but they're just a nuisance. They just, what I mean?
How long before you throw them away?
I don't really. I kept cards you gave me. Yeah. I
just
keep them. I keep cards. I mean, because if you died, I'd be like, oh God, Anthony died, and then I would look at the card and be like, oh man, that's cool. Remember when you gave me the Star Wars card for my sober birthday back in 2012? You know what I mean? I'd be like, he did like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how you know.
I keep everything. Yeah. Boxes Jeff sends me for Christmas, whatever, man. I keep it all. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Pack rat. Or what is it? I'm not a hoarder yet because I don't have enough space to be a hoarder.
Is pack rat the first step towards hoarder? Is that the
this is turning into a meeting. I like it. I'm a pack rackaholic. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're a true vinyl collector, technically, you got a collection problem. So because that's the thing. It's like the idea is to streamline everything and not have that's why a lot of people, like Howard Stern, hates vinyl. Like he always talks about how much he hates it because it just clutters up and it's a space that he doesn't want. So a lot of people don't like it for that reason. And I'm the opposite. I want to be able to touch stuff. Like when it's I don't know. Like when I go to a hotel room, I just destroy the place with my stuff everywhere because I don't like it to look too minimal and too clean. I just feel I don't feel right.
Okay, you like a lived-in look for a hotel.
Life should be lived in.
Yeah.
I get nervous when there's not stuff around, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about today. Just nonsense.
Yeah.
Nonsense, baby.
We're talking nonsense. It's the nonsense hour.
Yeah, I went to I was in San Antonio this weekend working with TJ Miller, and we were working out the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. And next week I'll be at the Shake My Head Comedy Club. No, nothing? Because that's SMH, LOL, no?
Oh, yeah.
If you have to explain it, it's not good.
I thought it was I thought it was a joke about how people are, you see on Twitter, everybody's posting those videos where they're like, I got the vaccine. And then they shake. I thought it was a joke about that.
No, I'm never that current. I am way off the pulse. That's why we're talking about vinyl records. We are way out of the loop. So I went to a half. I feel like a lot of people when they go to buy albums and stuff, they all hit the hip record stores and all that stuff. But a lot of places, that's usually where you get ripped off. That's usually where everybody gets the good stuff, and anything cheap is no good. Usually, it's so once in a while you'll find cool stuff like rare soundtracks and weird things in the bargain bins. Like you found a couple of things here and there. I think you said you found one thing that was a mistake, which is hilarious.
I was like, man, this record store has the best dollar section, and I went back and they were like, oh yeah, that's not the dollar, because it was near the dollar section. It was underneath. And they're like, that's the stuff we haven't gone through yet and priced. So you can't. I had a stack. I was like, man, this is going to be great. And they're like, you can't buy those yet.
You had like a Beatles White Album and stuff for like $1. I don't know. Yeah.
So I had that signed Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
I was like, man, how did they give this for $1?
And then, that's a weird situation because you don't want to be like, oh, I'm poor, and then walk out like you're like, I guess I wanted it, I'll get it. Did you end up buying the?
No, well, they told me when I was still looking at it. I hadn't. I don't know what I would have done if I had brought it up to the register and then they discovered
Oh, interesting.
But I put it back, and I was like, well, I guess, but it's also a coffee place, so I already bought my coffee, so you know, I wasn't loitering.
I'm afraid people are going to spill coffee on the vinyl. That's what I'd be afraid of.
If they do, they just put it in the dollar bin.
Downprice the album.
Yeah.
One latte at a time. I think good places to go are like half-price bookstores. I think that's, you know, kind of places where they have vinyl. They usually have a little vinyl section. And I got like a Black Sabbath album, and then I got like a Louis Armstrong, some dude playing piano, all the Louis songs. And then I got this is really funny. I just, for some reason, the VHS section, I was just Homeward Bound. I just grabbed that on VHS. The movie about the animals that get lost in the mountains and have to find their way back. And I was like, why would I want this? And I couldn't help myself. And I just bought it. And then I'm driving up Hollywood, and you know, there's that Capitan Theater, which is the big famous Disney theater. And they re-release a lot of stuff. And it's the Homeward Bound 30th year anniversary. And like it had this big poster, and I was like, yeah, I'm you know, yeah, I knew that was happening. That's why I got it.
That's why you bought the VHS.
Yeah, that's why I got it. VHS.
You still have a VCR?
I got a VHS DVD combo unit.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
It is
combo,
and it's hilariously not good tech. Like when I put a DVD in, a line is just kind of on the side, like just a little, like everything's fine, but there's just one little like purple line that's kind of like you just see it, but it feels so 80s, and you're just like, I don't know. I'm all about comfort, you know. Like I like my records to crackle. I like my VHSs to be wavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
with the tracking.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best. I actually got up and had to do that. I swear to God, I feel like I lost 33 years of my life. I was just like, I'm back. When I got my underoos, I was like, this is living, baby. Daddy's back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in our technical difficulty crew. Give it up for Adam Holtz and Jeffrey Paul, everybody. Back in the building.
Oh,
yeah. In the building. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
See ya. Jeff's got his drinking shirt on. I like it.
I like that shirt, right?
Not really.
You don't like Jack Daniels?
Trust me, I used to. I was in love with Jack Daniels. Yeah. Now I can't like him anymore.
I understand.
You know what it was? I got tired of that. I guess that symbol or whatever, just the logo of Jack Daniels, because in the South, like in Texas, that's like the Nike swoop. Like it's everywhere. Jack Daniels hats, Jack Daniels billboard. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. Also, there was Jack Daniels used to sponsor a lot of comedy shows in New York, and it was just like, and I would get like all this free stuff, and I have belt buckles and all that stuff. So I'm a little jacked out, if you know what I mean. You know how I am. I get
hey,
jacked out. Is that a heyo? I don't know. I just get jacked out. I wasn't trying to be funny. I just got jacked out. It's a lot of hayos on this show. If anybody tries to hit anything a little off, a little funny, you'll get a heyo. That's how it is. How you guys been doing? How you been, Jeff? Been crushing it out there? What are you doing?
Yeah, everything's been good, man. You know, the shows have been going good. You know, after this show, I jump in my car and I do live radio every Wednesday night as well.
Oh yeah, where's that at?
On 101.5 FM.
What do you do?
We do it's like a talk show. It's Steve Trevelise hosts, and there's like a little panel like this. And it's me, Mark Riccadonna, and Gemini.
Riccadonna.
Yeah, remember him?
Yeah, he always has a handlebar mustache. It's like, stop doing that.
He's auditioning to play Raleigh Fingers in the Raleigh Fingers story.
Is he?
Raleigh Fingers?
You don't know who Raleigh Fingers is?
I have no clue.
Oh, I thought you knew.
See, I knew you were going to say that. No, I don't know Raleigh Fingers. Anthony doesn't either. He's pretending he does.
Oh, he's the greatest mustache.
I don't know who it is.
Raleigh
you know who it is, Adam?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
he
was on the
Let
Brewers,
Adam tell
right?
me. Who is it?
Well, he's a Hall of Fame pitcher for the A's and the Brewers.
Oh,
yeah, and he had a mustache that twirled up like this.
I got you. I'm not a huge baseball guy.
Yeah.
Anthony and I like Nolan Ryan. That's about it.
Yeah. Other than that, Don Mattingly, maybe.
Pudge,
you know Don
Jackson.
Madden.
Pudge
Baseball,
from
yeah.
the Rangers. He was a
Bo
good
Jackson.
catcher. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not crazy about baseball players. I like who's that one guy that hit a no-hitter or pitched a no-hitter on acid? That guy's great.
Oh, yeah,
Doc
that guy's
Ellis.
cool.
Doc
Doc
Ellis.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the kind of baseball player I can get into.
You know
There's
who I
a,
like?
documentary
Michael
about him.
Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Wrong sport, Anthony. That's ping pong. Stop it.
Hey-o!
I have to do it, Jeff. We do it.
It's a good
Gonna
thing.
get annoying real fast,
It's a good thing Dustin's 3,000 miles away.
right? Tell me about it.
Can you imagine if we were all in the same studio right now?
Anthony is too.
Yeah.
Anthony's not here.
Anthony's
He's
more
not in New York.
tolerant.
He's not in New York. He's in L.A.,
No,
baby. We're L.A. boys.
Yeah, LA boys. Couple of LA boys over here.
West
Did you
Coast
feel-
versus East
Yes.
Coast. What's up, son?
Dustin, did you also sleep through the earthquake?
Was there an earthquake in
There was an
Malibu? I don't think
earthquake last
it. Oh,
night
in
in
Malibu,
LA.
though, right?
I saw on Twitter it was trending that it was in LA. You're supposed to.
I think it was
felt in
Malibu.
LA.
And trust me, neither one of us live in Malibu. So we were not affected. I think, yeah. Spielberg might have lost his carport or something, but the rest of us are fine. I think we're okay. I want to see. I want to feel an earthquake. My Leah, when I was out of town, there was a little one, and I was jealous. So, like I want that experience.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be
Yeah,
great.
live through an earthquake. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I just
man.
want the experience. I don't want like everything to fall on me. I just want to like
You want a little earthquake.
just a little like a so I
Yeah.
could say I could have an earthquake bit. Come on, Jeff. It's all about bits. This one earthquake bits. All right, cool, man. So you guys are good. Nothing exciting. I like it. That's the way I like
I
it.
painted this guitar. I
Did
remember.
you? Wow.
I bought this guitar. I showed it last week on the show.
Oh, that's
and
one of the guitars?
Yeah, I painted it.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
very
cool.
You can't
Yeah.
see the green; it's just see through. But there's some green
Right.
ones.
Oh, very
Blue.
cool.
The blue is also not
Yeah.
shown.
What's it called? The Skittle caster?
Yeah, clown suit.
Hey-o.
Actually, it's called a
It's
Skittle
very
caster?
80s.
Nothing? Come on.
Frankencaster.
Very
Franken.
80. That's a very
Very
80s looking guitar now.
Yeah.
Now you gotta do 80s songs. You just start an 80s band.
But
Jeff could dance.
I only painted the front.
I'm a
The back is
phenomenal
still
dancer.
Blue.
I know, we've heard.
Oh yeah, I heard you can dance.
No, you didn't. You heard it from him.
That's why I heard it. Yeah, he told me he could dance.
He could dance. All
You
right,
know,
Adam, where are
Anthony-
you at? Are you
Yeah.
you're in Jersey, right? Are you back in
Yep.
town?
Yeah.
Where were you? Anywhere cool?
I was in. I drove out to Pennsylvania for a meeting, and it's about 2 hours. 2 hours away through this. It's a huge storm going on right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It stinks here right now.
What happened to your
No.
Giants, bro?
Oh, that was. I turned it off at 21-0. I did put a bet on it though. I
Did you?
ended up putting a bet. Yeah, it was the money line looked pretty good. I had a free bet. I put it on it, and 21-0 was when I shut it off.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I was so happy the Bills lost. It's amazing.
Why?
I hate the Bills with a
What would the
passion.
Bills ever do to you?
The Bills have done a lot to me. I think
You should hate the Bengals more.
Oh, I love the Bengals. I don't care that they beat us all the time, and I root for Burrow over the
I love
Bengals.
Burrow.
Like I think he deserves a ring. But the thing is, first of all, I think it's hilarious that he always beats Josh Allen, and we'll see if he beats Mahomes. He always beats him too. So I just because every year they pick the Bills. Every single sportscaster, they always pick the Bills to go all the way to win the whole damn thing. And I just think it's hilarious. And that this is what happens. They always get to they're one game short every freaking year. And I think it's hilarious. And just all the stuff that happened against the Cowboys back in the day in the 90s. And like,
But they've always
they're
been on the
cursed.
bad
And I
end
love
of
it that they're
stuff.
cursed. Huh?
But they've always been on the bad end of those type of things.
Yeah. It's called losing. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
so don't
that's
you
what's
sometimes-
funny about it. It's, if you lose, you lose. If you don't have a Super Bowl, then shut up. That's what I say. At least you're a Jet fan. You have at least one. It was with one of the most rock star quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, that was his one good game in his career.
Well, it's still better than the Bills because
Well, yeah. You know, would you rather win one Super Bowl and never go to a Super Bowl again?
absolutely,
Or would you, okay, you don't want to just go.
dude.
Why
Oh,
would you want to
God.
keep going and losing?
I-
That's the worst. The
It's
worst is
It's
just
a
going.
hypothetical.
That's like getting past the cellar and bombing. Like it's the same thing. It's just like what's the point?
Yeah, it's like going on America's
you're
Got
going to the-
Talent, and then Simon Cowell tells you you're a piece of shit.
Who did that happen to?
Nobody. Nobody I can think of.
Oh boy, I love it, Anthony. You're my kind of guy, Anthony. I don't care what they say. Even with your gay guitar, you're my kind of guy.
Come on, man. Come on, Dustin.
Wait, I don't say the F word. Not like you, Jeff. All right.
Friend?
Yeah, friend. Exactly. All right. So, anybody have albums? Probably not. Nobody cares on the show. You suckers.
Suckers.
haven't bought any vinyl in a
Let's
while.
see. My year was 1989. So, I got a few random pulls from 1989.
I was looking. I had no records from '89.
You know records. Oh, yeah, all CDs, right? This is a 1989 release. This is Alice Cooper's Trash. Very cool album. Check that out. Some fun songs on
Poison was a great song off that.
Yeah.
And produced by the great Desmond Child.
Desmond Child.
Yeah, he wrote he really revived Bon Jovi's career.
Nice.
Oh, so it's his fault.
Yes. That's right. Anything that's good, anything that makes money, Anthony is against. That's right. It's only Scritti Politti and Wet Leg. I forgot.
He doesn't know who Scritti
I don't
Politti
know
is.
Scritti Politti. What is that?
You had a week to look him up. Come on.
I forgot
gonna
about
like
them.
Scritti
It's so
Politti.
ridiculous.
I would have picked Scritti Politti if they had a 1989 album. I think they had an 88, so I was like, it's borderline. This is the guy he's about as good as Scritti Politti. Roy Orbison.
Oh
And-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah,
this
so-
is a great album. You Got It is probably the hit song.
Oh,
on
you
this.
got it.
big
Oh
song.
yeah.
You got it, anything at all. That one. That's a great.
Did
That's a
Jeff
good
Lynne
one.
produce that one?
I think so. Yes.
But that had like a Wilbury sound.
Yeah.
it
What year did
does.
the Wilburys album come out? Was that also '89?
88.
88 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is. I
Oh,
think
so
it's-
that was popular, and then he put out an album the year after.
Well, everybody was craving. I mean, because Roy's
Yeah.
the best thing on that thing. So everybody was like, "Oh, dude, we got to get some more Roy." So this album came out, and that was a big hit too. Big video. The video was actually popular.
That's a great
Huge hit,
song.
yeah.
I didn't realize that came out after.
But did it come out after
Wilbury.
he passed away though?
No, because he's in the video, so he's like, yeah. I think it might
Yeah,
have
when
been
did,
like. I mean, that single came out and he was alive. It might have like been that year or something. We can look that up. Adam has
Yeah, I'm gonna
all
look
the
that up.
dead people facts. And we got one more, which is one of Adam's favorites. Don't Tell a Soul. The
Oh, yeah.
Replacements, 1989.
Nice.
This is also an amazing album. It's You Be Me for a While, I'll Be You. That's a good one. I'll Be You is a great song. Great song.
So Roy Orbison
Replacements.
died in 88.
'88.
Yeah, end of 88.
Okay. Well, maybe they just had footage of him because they released a video of that
Because
song.
in one of the Wilbury's songs, remember,
Yeah.
Handle with Care, it's just a rocking chair and the picture of him.
Yeah. That's the second album, right?
No, that was
I think so.
the
That was the first album.
The
That was
first
the
album,
first
and I
album?
think they
Yeah.
they did a
Because they have a second. I thought they had. Well, they have a second album.
Yeah. Is he not on the second album at all?
No, he's not on the
No.
second album. He's on the first album.
Oh,
I thought that was from the second album, but that's why I did the rocking chair because he's dead. Because I thought he did like 5 songs on. Or I thought he did
No,
most
he
of the songs.
Oh
sings
no,
on
it
that.
was all right. So Handle with Care, he's actually in the video. End of the
Okay.
Line is the one where they have the rocking
That's it,
chair
End of the Line,
and
End of
the,
the
and
Line.
the-
Oh, okay.
the
So they
picture.
released that song later.
Yeah,
He sang on it, but they released it later after he died. I got
That's right.
that makes sense.
That's the one they're on the train.
yeah.
On the train.
That's right.
Nowhere. All right, exciting. What's that album behind you, Adam? I'm kidding. All right, it's the Smoke Show. It's the Smoke Show album.
I got one behind me too.
So yeah, so we're back. This is fun. We're talking about songs, that kind of, I don't know, affected us somehow. And I thought it'd be fun to do mixtapes that we all kind of put together, little playlist of songs that, either you feel are great songs, or with my case, a lot of these songs aren't amazing. They're just kind of like close to me and like or a part of my life and whatnot. So yeah, it's exciting. So we're doing this is Dustin's 1989 mixtape. and or CD. I guess it could be a mixed CD at this point. 89. Is that when CDs came out? 89. When did CDs come out?
Early
Adam?
80s.
I thought it was early 80s.
Early 80s.
But they weren't
Yeah.
popular until probably late 80s, early 90s.
Let me see.
Well, they were still competing
let's
with
guess.
cassettes.
Everybody take a
and
guess.
albums.
I'm gonna say like 87.
1990.
I'm gonna say 84.
I think 80.
Oh, wait, when they
84,
were invented?
85.
I'm going to say
When-
1980. They were invented. 1990.
No, not
they became
invented.
popular.
when did Beatles #1 come out?
No,
Because that was
That was like 98.
I think the
Oh, here we
first.
go. I got it.
I think the first. Hold on a second, Adam. I think the first CD that was like they printed was Springsteen "Born in the USA."
Oh,
That's why I think
God,
it's-
that's so
no,
not
it's
true.
not.
no,
that's not
it was,
true.
It was
No?
John Cougar Mellencamp, and
should
it
have
was
been.
also the
Pat
Eagles.
Benatar.
It was an album we talked about last week.
The first CD.
The first CD.
of
Oh,
all
geez.
time.
Yep.
Who had it last week? Jeff, you had it.
Jeff.
I
Yeah.
did have it last week.
Was
Think
it that
about it.
Springsteen or is it the Billy Joel?
Billy
one?
Joel.
I had.
There's
Billy
no way
Joel.
Billy Joel will be the
It
first
is.
CD, was
It
it?
was
Yeah.
that Billy
Yeah.
Joel
Yeah,
one.
that's right.
Really?
52nd
52nd
Street.
Street.
So
That's
suck
the
on it,
first CD.
Anthony. That's right. The
Ugh.
great Billy Joel.
You see the documentary about him? How he screwed over his whole band.
He did. He screwed over his whole band, dude.
That
His
guy
drummer.
sucks.
Everyone-
He took his drummer
Everyone
out.
loves
Like
him.
right when he started making money, he fired his drummer.
Yeah,
That
but
was-
yeah.
they're friends now.
yeah. Well, I'm sure he paid him off.
That
in
guy
the end.
sucks. That's such a lame
He's
thing to
he's
do.
one of the best guys out there.
Best guys. You don't. Maybe you do know him. Do you know him? He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm actually going to see him Valentine's Day, and I'm surprising my family with 12th row floor seats that I'm getting from the
Oh
band.
wow.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
So you
From
think
the
he's a
drummer
good
that
guy?
he screwed over.
I interviewed that
He has
guy.
to
He has no
scalp
problem
tickets
with
to
him.
make a living. This
No, he
guy.
doesn't. He's doing fine.
He had no problem to do it because that was part of the contract when Billy Joel paid him off to say nice things in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say such nice things in the
You would
Trust
think
me
that
on
documentary.
that. Trust me on that noise.
In the documentary, he told her
I'm
like it
sure.
was.
I know you know all these guys, but I guarantee you that was the case because he was pretty angry in that documentary.
Tell
But
Billy
he's
I
just
said
he was
he's
just
a
an
dick.
angry guy. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Hey, Anthony Kapfer is going to be no.
Well, he will know.
He's the guy who Simon Cowell shit on. Oh, that guy, the guy with
Hey,
the
hey,
pants.
hey, easy,
Yes.
Tiger. Easy, Tiger. Easy. Easy. Anthony can say it. You can. That's how it works here. Poor Anthony.
I can say it's a joke.
Is it a joke?
Yeah.
Sounded like shots fired.
Simon
Anthony-
Cowell ruined my life.
Anthony knows I love him.
All right, you pass stand up New York and call me Jeff. All right. Anyway. Huh? See?
I
Don't
didn't
be
hear what you-
mean. Everybody be nice.
I didn't hear what you said.
Everybody be nice, you suckers. All right. So I picked this song from a band that I feel like, Jeff uses this word a lot. Underrated. I feel like this band was doing kind of their own thing back when, a lot of music was all about Madonna and Poppy and a lot of early hip hop and things were happening and things like that. And this band they stayed true to, kind of their sound, which is kind of a folky electric kind of thing. They're kind of doing their own sound. I feel like the Smithereens are the band we're talking about. And it's funny because this particular song, Girl Like You, is probably the hardest song they've ever done. And they actually wrote this song for a movie called Say Anything, the Cameron Crowe movie.
Wow.
And they got paid to write this song. And even the lead singer, what's his name?
Pat D'Annunzio.
What's up?
Pat D'Annunzio.
Oh, Denzio. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna find it, but anyway.
Pat D'Annunzio?
Yeah.
So
He passed away.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
when? Yesterday?
No, he passed away years ago, and now they're touring again. But they use Marshall Crenshaw or Robin Wilson from Jim Blossoms, who fills in for him.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool. So anyway, this is a good song. I like it a lot. It's interesting with the song. Madonna was she was hired to do the backup vocals on this, and she was supposed to do the harmony vocals, and then she didn't show up. So they went with Maria Vidal. And this is great. And it's interesting. The reason they didn't use this song in the movie is because they said it was too telling of the film, like the lyrics and everything in it. And they kind of wanted to go with something that didn't quite give the movie away. So they didn't use this great song in the movie. And so ended up being on their album, which was a blessing. The album 11th, which is a great album. And I saw these guys live a few times. They were always so good. I saw them. They're always like kind of a festival band. They would be with, other bands and stuff. And saw them with Iggy Pop and a bunch of guys. And it was always good stuff. Always a really good band. And it was always the Smithereens and the Church. Like that was like the two kind of bands that you were kind of into at the time. But so this is good stuff. Pat Denzo wrote the song, and it's a good song, very good band. And Phil, a lot of people don't know this band. It's like a lot of people. We were talking last week about REM and bands like that, and that's what everybody was into. And a lot of people skipped over the Smithereens. And I feel like my circle of guys, we were kind of into this band because people weren't into it. Kind of the Anthony Kapfer approach to music, as opposed to the Jeff's Hall of Fame approach. But but anyway, Jeff, you seem like you're a fan. You know a little bit about this band.
I love this band. They are easily one of my favorite old-time bands. This is they didn't put out a lot of records, but what they put out, like that album, Green Thoughts, are phenomenal records. There's nothing flashy about them, but they just play great pop songs, great music, very influenced by the Beatles. You can hear that. When they toured, they used to do Beatles. They used to do Beatles nights. I used to see them at BB King's on 42nd Street in Manhattan. They played there a lot. Like I said, that they're touring again because the guys got to work, and they have Marshall Crenshaw someday, some way. He plays some shows with them, and Robin Wilson from the Gym Blossoms will fill in for him. But the song that you picked, A Girl Like You, you could have picked anything off this record, and it would have been a home run. This is an easy one. This is a great song. Very cool. Adam, you a fan of the Smithereens?
I hadn't listened to them in many years, but I liked them when I think I was 89. I was 12, but I remember this song, and I used to really like this song. I hadn't heard it in a while. I played it a lot in the past few days. What's just like Jeff said about they have a live album out where they play Beatles songs. They have an album out they just put out, which is they covered all of Tommy.
Oh,
I don't know why
who's singing on it.
I don't know why people do that shit. What is the point of that, Jeff? What is the point of that? It's so
a lot of bands. You see Fish.
I know they do, and it's stupid.
Fish do it. Cheap Trick does it.
I hate it. It's so stupid.
I think they're paying like homage to their influences.
I hate it. It's so stupid. It's like Bob Dylan was like doing Sinatra. It's like, dude, just do Bob Dylan. Nobody wants to hear you slaughter Sinatra.
You don't want to hear someone's take on something?
Not a whole show about it. Like one song's fine. 2 songs, okay, stop there. But a whole show? Like a whole Bob Dylan? He didn't sing one Bob Dylan song? Just all Sinatra? No, I don't want to see that. I want to see some...
Wow.
But I never even heard of this Bob Dylan do Sinatra.
It was at the Beacon.
He did 2 albums of Sinatra.
Bob Dylan doing Sinatra
Shadows of the
sounds
Night
like the worst thing ever.
Right? Thank you. Somebody's on my side here.
That sounds terrible.
I don't know. Okay, if you're a band like Primus, or something, and they did like the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory thing, like that's just it's out of space. So it's interesting and crazy and fun. But if you're just trying to kind of sing like the band, I'm not into it.
I don't know. I sometimes kind of like that. Like I said, I thought Cheap Trick doing Magical Mystery Tour, they did a great version of that. You didn't like
the Bee
that?
Gees, how'd that work out?
Well,
how'd that work out?
It has to be the right band with the right.
It ruined them. After that, it was done, dude. It was like Disco's dead.
Well, that's Robert Stigwood trying to put like all these hot acts at the time together, and it was a hodgepodge.
Nobody put a gun to the Bee Gees' head. They made a choice, and I'm just saying.
Well, they also got a sackload of money. Then Peter Frampton
and a sackload of shit. That's a terrible album.
Yeah. The best thing in that movie was Aerosmith.
Come Together?
Oh, yeah. That's
a great cover.
Yeah.
And Earth, Wind, and Fire, Got to Get You Into My Life.
I'm sure there's some moments.
Yeah. That's a good one.
But the album as a whole.
The movie was brutal.
Yeah. The movie, the album, whatever. I just saying, I would want just go listen to the Beatles, dude.
Right.
Why wouldn't you listen to the Beatles? One song's great. Like I love Gary Clark Jr. He does Come Together, and it's amazing. And it's like, but I would not listen to a whole Beatles album from Gary.
If Gary Clark Jr. did a whole album of, say, Stevie Ray, would you be into that or no?
No, because he kind of does that already.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that.
He's kind of doing that already. So no, I'm not. I would rather him try to do his own thing. Because all those younger blues guys are trying to do Stevie already. So it's like I would say do something different. Expand yourself a little bit. Because that's how they came up. That's how they learned how to play. It was from guys like Stevie and Buddy and all that. So I think, Muddy, and I feel like I want them to kind of take another direction, especially younger artists.
And also to answer your question, I think another reason why these bands do it, in fact, I know that this is why they do it sometimes, is because they're contracted for a certain amount of albums and they don't have like the songs ready to go. So they'll put out something like this, which is not a greatest hits album.
I'd rather have a Christmas album.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm on board on that yet.
I'd rather have your shitty jingle bells with a guitar solo in the middle.
I'm Dylan.
Sinatra.
Springsteen just put out a Motown covers album.
There we go.
Oh,
it's so good, Anthony. You got to get that.
He's one of the last guys I want to hear doing
Actually,
Motown
I have that.
songs.
It's right here. Yeah, I mean, and I get the tribute stuff, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Sometimes you can get away with it. Like, if you're subtle about it. I think subtlety, like the Black Keys did an album, and it was subtle, and it was a lot of their like blues hits. We covered it, and it was a lot, but it was subtle. It wasn't, and they kind of had to, they kind of jam banded out a little bit and kind of made it their own, But I don't know. Just when somebody's trying to like sing it, like, I mean, you can't fuck up the Who. So so they're trying to sing it like the Who, whatever band you were talking about. Who were you talking about? I forgot.
The Who, Tommy.
No, I know that,
did?
dummy.
Smithereens.
Like who was singing the
The
Who?
Smithereens.
Smithereens.
Your band.
You got me riled up. And they're not really the Smithereens anymore. It's like they lost the lead singer. That's another thing. That's a tough one too. We were talking about that yesterday. I was on that Jameson show, and we were talking about, I think it's a hard gig for somebody is to, the Smithereen fans are probably a little, not so like aggressive about it. But can you imagine just like certain bands, like probably early Brian Johnson from AC/DC? I'm sure he got some shit for it. We were talking about Ronnie James Dio. I guarantee
Dio.
He would show up front row, like flip him off.
Hagar.
Until you heard the songs, and then you're like, okay, this is going to be okay.
Oh yeah, I mean
the Dio album is really good actually.
He is. I'm not saying any of these people are bad. I'm just saying I'm talking about the gig itself. Kind of like taking over a band, and it's just like that somebody's just they're idolized that singer, and then this guy's like, hey man, like the Journey thing. I mean that was. The band was, I think everybody was on the fence about it until all these Filipinos started selling out shows. And then they're like, this is a good idea.
But with Journey, they never came out with like another like hit, without him. I mean, Arnell comes in, he sings a song. He's like a new singer, but they never came out with anything new. I think with Van Halen, I mean, that was walking into some huge shoes too, and they completely changed the sound. They go more keyboards. They take it even further than 1984.
Yeah, that stuff's hard to listen to. The Sammy Hagar stuff. It's addictive, and I
love it.
It feels like a commercial. Like it feels like
Clear Pepsi used right now.
Oh, they did, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's how I heard the song when I was a kid.
Well, and there were burger joints that used Everybody Wants Some. So
I used to like Sammy Hagar, like Can't Drive 55 and all that stuff. And then when he got with them, I don't know. I felt like it didn't feel right. The music's good, I guess, in the sense of pop music. But I don't know. I never thought of Van Halen as pop until Sammy Hagar came along, and then it started to feel like pop.
What about Jump, Dustin?
I'm not a huge fan of that album, but it's good. There's some good songs on it.
I mean, but it's very poppy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a big fan of it. It's good in the sense of what it is, and it's still some authentic Van Halen, but I'm not. That's probably my least favorite, of that. But anyway, I don't know. I just thought that's an interesting topic. Just the idea of people taking over. That movie Rockstar was really good. You see that with Mark Wahlberg?
And of course, that's a great movie.
Took over. I love that movie. It's so funny. He's like he has like a day job. He's like fixing the copy machine. And the guy's like, "Do you have eyeliner on?" He's like, "I'm in a band." Just so funny. It reminded me when I was a kid because I had like office jobs with a ponytail and stuff. So it's like so funny.
Yeah. If I got cast in that movie, I'd be the brother.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you have Big Brother cop energy. Hilarious. Anthony, you Smithereens guy? They did a Who album. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I heard about it.
I forgot all about it. I was so mad.
I do like the Smithereens. When I was in high school or college, I got into the Smithereens because I knew that. I knew Kurt Cobain loved the Smithereens.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so I'd been hearing about them for a while, and I was at a Salvation Army, and I bought a cassette of the Green Thoughts?
Green Thoughts.
Yeah, I had that one on cassette, and I have another one on vinyl, but it wasn't a 1989 one, so I didn't show it. But I like them a lot. I'm a fan of the Smithereens.
All right, we got to move through this a little quicker. So my next song, we all know I love the Cult. I feel like nobody loves them as much as me. This is it's a cool album, Sonic from the Sonic Temple album, which I think is a great album. Producer Bob Rock, who's a Canadian guy, did the Canadian band Tragically Hip. Also, Anthony's favorite, Bryan Adams, but also Offspring, which I know you like, and Metallica and Motley Crue. And I love this album. I think it's their best album, probably. Cult Love is probably their most kind of significant album, but this album is great. Electric is a great album, and it rocks all the way through with Rick Rubin's work on it. But this album just feels very culty. It's a mash between the two albums of Electric and Love, where I feel like it has the hard rock sound of Electric, but it also has kind of the dreary, haunting stuff of Love. And so Firewoman, which I think is one of the greatest crank-up songs of all time. I mean, wound up, can't sleep, can't do anything right, little honey. And just, it gets me going, baby. I love this song so much. It's a big part of my childhood. When this album came out, I was so excited because I really love Electric, and this was like the follow-up. And yeah, this song is just a great rock song, and then it has this, nobody sounds like the Cult, so it's like they were doing it in a time where a lot of rock sounded similar, and the Cult kind of kept their sound in that realm, so it was like you could still rock, but it still had a Cult thing going on with it, kind of that just that different thing that's Native American and rock and all the weird stuff that they put in there, voodoo rock I'd call it almost. But this is it's one of my top rock songs. Anthony, I know you're not a huge fan of the Cult, but what do you think about Firewoman?
I thought it was okay. The thing with the Cult is that it doesn't really make me feel anything one way or the other. If somebody was playing it, I wouldn't get upset like I do if it's like John Cougar Mellencamp, let's say, or the Eagles. But I don't get excited.
Don't compare it
about
to that, dude. I mean,
I'm saying that would be the extreme where I would hear it and I would be upset.
More popular.
But this, it's kind of like it just kind of blends into the background for me.
Oh God, you're so wrong on this one. This is a guy that loves the Eels. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, talk about a band that blends into the wall.
I saw the Eels live, and you know who else was there? Jim Carrey at Terminal 5.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there.
All right. You based all your musical taste on the guy that was in the Pet Detective? Okay.
Yeah, he was making his ass sing along with the songs.
That's okay, man. You don't have to like this band, but I wasn't gonna not pick them because I know you don't like them.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of this show. Sometimes we gang up on others, and then sometimes we disagree on others. So I love it. Jeff, I think you might be with me on this. Not sure.
Yeah, if they blend into the background.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
He's a little out of his mind.
No,
yes.
he's not.
They do not blend.
It does not blend to the background. This is Ian Asbury. I love this song. I always love this song. It's one of my favorite songs. It's Ian Asbury. You know, he's goth. The song is dark. The sound is quintessential cult. It gets you fired up. Yeah, man. This you could see like this is a rock star. This is a rock star singing it, but it's aggressive. How can you say it goes into the background? This isn't Chaise Lounge. Okay.
Always with the wet leg references.
They are so freaking brutal.
Now, Billy Duffy.
I don't care what the critics say.
Billy Duffy's a great guitarist. Like he's very underrated. Like he's so good.
But yeah, no, this is a 10 out of 10.
I saw them open up for Billy Idol, blew him off the stage. And when Billy Idol was in his prime, and it was just Billy Idol was a
guy was a rock star,
dancing with himself.
He was a real rock star. Ian Asbury was great, man. He was and different from the other, like you said, from the other bands of the time.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah,
Adam, save me.
Yeah, I mean, I love this song. It's such a great driving song. This and what was the other one? She Sells Sanctuary.
That's another great song.
By the seashore?
Right.
All right, Anthony, it's over now. I've given you 5 chances for cult songs and albums. we were so close. You're on your own now. You're on your own. All those bands I pretended to like, you're on your own. Keep going, Adam. Sorry. I had to control my little dude over there.
Yeah, I still keep meaning to go deeper into their catalog and listen to more stuff from the Cult. But I always every time I hear this song, I always kind of want to pair it up with In Excess and Kick.
It was around that time for sure.
That's a great one.
This vinyl is really good. It's called Pure Cult. It has it's a greatest hits. It's a singles, and it's really good. It's a double and has like all the. It's a good starter kit for the Cult. But I'll get you started on the Cult.
Yep.
Anthony. Anyway, I'm sure you like this next band because you're kind of like one of them. All right, the next band is the Indigo Girls. Because you are an Indigo girl.
You saw my guitar. You saw my new guitar.
Anthony's an Indigo girl. I don't love this song. I don't even know why I picked it, but I feel like it was a big part of 1989. And sometimes, like, I've done that before. I chose an Elvis Costello album I didn't like. I just wanted to try to like it.
Yeah.
And so this is, but this song was everywhere. I think this is a good, solid song. Kind of that, can I say this? Lesbian rock. But it was definitely everywhere in 1989. And it opened us up to kind of this sound. And it was like just two girls jamming on acoustic guitars. And I like it. Amy Ray and Emily Sailors. Emily Sailors wrote this song. Apparently she was in the woods and she was like sitting on a porch in like her parents' house. And she was like staring into the woods and what the serenity of everything. And then, closer to fine, meaning she's, happy with this content life. Whatever it means, it's still a solid kind of hard, I would say a hard folk song. It's not electric or anything, but it's like they really strum those guitars. Mm-hmm. They really hit them hard. And this is their second album titled Indigo Girls. And which is interesting that their second album would be, I guess, like the first album, like nobody knows who you are, and then the second album, like, oh, let's just call it the Indigo Girls, because usually the first one's the name of the band. But anyway, this is a great, good song. Like it got a little overplayed, but listening to it now, it doesn't feel so bad. But back then, they definitely wore it out a lot. But I do feel it's a big part of 1989. Anthony, what do you think? You Indigo Girl?
I was not. I mean, I've heard of the Indigo Girls.
Yeah.
But I never really dived into. I never did a deep dive into their catalog. I liked it. I wasn't really familiar with the song. I thought it was a good. It was a good song. Catchy little number.
Catchy little number.
Yeah.
Catchy little number. I love Anthony. Sometimes he sounds like Ed Sullivan. Catchy little number.
It's nice. It's a nice song. You just want to put it on and relax.
Jeff, you an Indigo guy?
I remember when I went to Lilith Fair. And...
Did you really go to Lilith Fair?
No, Anthony, I did not. I went to Ozfest.
Gino did. Gino
I couldn't
did.
picture you at Lilith Fair.
No. But I forgot about this song, and I love the song Galileo. It's the song they kind of, Jackson Brown sings background on. So I haven't heard this in a long time, and I wound up putting this on repeat. I love this song.
Wow.
It's a good song. It's good. It is a good song. Yeah.
You know why? Because it's
it's
not a simple song, but it's a songwriter's song. It's like in the vein of like a James Taylor type of thing, where it's an acoustic guitar, they're playing, they're singing, it's not overproduced, and her voice is really good. And I think this is an extremely enjoyable song. I love it. I haven't heard this in years, and it was a nice go down memory lane again.
Nice. What about you, Adam?
So my dad actually went to Lilith Fair. I think it was like late 90s or early 2000s.
And then he transitioned and
so he was really into I forget which female artist he went to go see, but he was into a lot of female folk, and he tried getting me to go. I was like, hell no, I'm not going. And so he had 2 tickets. He ended up going by himself. He comes back. I'm like, how was Lilith Fair? And he's like, 95% women, all had dates.
Hilarious.
But so I mean, I wouldn't have liked the Indigo Girls back in '89. Definitely not, through growing up or college or anything. I have more of an appreciation for them now. And in the song, I mean, I hadn't heard the song in years. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I actually started listening to the album. I didn't realize. So I guess they're from Athens, Georgia, and I think Michael Stipe is on the album. Also, he's on one of the songs on there.
Oh, very nice.
But I mean, a lot of I feel like a lot of there's a lot of indie female artists now, I think, that are kind of indebted to Indigo Girls. You still hear a lot of this kind of like harder folk Indigo sound Girls, now. But
like Brandy Carlisle.
Brandy Carlisle.
Tegan and Sarah, maybe.
Well, Melissa Etheridge was in that. She was there as well.
I think she's kind of like a contemporary of theirs as well.
Is she, Melissa?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, let's go. So next album or song is let's see. We got Stevie Ray Vaughan. House is a Rockin'. This is the 4th studio album and last album of Stevie by himself. Like he did a follow-up album with his brother Jimmy Ray Vaughan. But this is his last studio album, and this is just a great song. Like if you like blues, if you like somebody who's probably one of the top 10 guitarists of all time, then you will like this song and everything on the album itself. And Stevie Ray's prodigy from Dallas, and just I can't say enough about Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's just like one of those guys that. He's a genius. There's Eddie Van Halen, there's Stevie Ray Vaughan. They're just certain guys that kind of are able to play guitar like this. And he chose the path of blues. He could have chosen the path of heavy metal as well, or anything. And I like it that he stayed true to the blues, because it's one of my favorite genres of music. And this is such an amazing album. And House is a Rocket. It's funny. It came off the 70s bumper sticker of if a van is a rockin', don't come a knockin'. People are banging in their vans. And so it's kind of a playful song, kind of, playing with that a little bit. And it was also in the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton, where he's like plays all the different people. And also Adam's favorite show, Supernatural. That's part of that thing. So, his band Double Trouble is great. Chris Layton drums, Tammy Shannon bass, and the keyboards are amazing on this. Reese Winans is really amazing on this. I love the keyboards, the piano. I'm a sucker for blues piano, and this is album has everything. And then Stevie just going off on a solo is great. Anthony, are you a Stevie fan?
I never really got into Stevie.
Oh man, here we go.
I never did.
Here we go.
Great guitar player. I just don't care. I don't know.
Wow, you're so mean to one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a throwback to the 50s, but with the production of the 80s. which is
you really know nothing about blues. I think is what you're getting at, right?
I don't know. Well, not this kind of blues.
Yeah, this is great blues, dude. Have you ever heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan? You know who he is, right? You've
I know
heard the
who
name?
he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie went crazy for Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he did Let's Dance.
He played in his band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of the greatest of all time, dude. That's like, I mean, I understand you're trying to be cool and everything, but it's
I don't have to try. It's just natural.
Because I get it, that Nirvana thing or whatever. But there's Stevie Ray's like, dude, he's God. I mean, it's like he's Hendrix and Stevie Ray. Like it's like he can play Hendrix probably better than Hendrix. Like it's one of the this song doesn't do it justice. I was just trying to find an 89 song, and like I'll send you something a little more serious, I guess, and a less kind of jukeboxy fun. But yeah, it's like, you got to lose yourself a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to all be, just depression, heroin music. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like you want to have a good time. And so this is a rocking song.
I'm wearing a B-52's t-shirt talking about good times. Ultimate party band right here.
Nah, I was listening to Ash, man.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan has more talent in one finger than B-52s.
Wow. 52s put out some songs in '89. Love Shack, Rome.
Oh yeah, Cosmic Thing.
Well, they're on no Mount Rushmore of anything.
They're not even on the Mount Rushmore B-52s.
Yeah, there's no Mount Rushmore with the B-52s on there. Who can't do that? That guy's just autistic. Anyway, all right, Adam, save me.
All right, well, I never really got into Stevie Ray Vaughan either, but it was
you son of a bitch. Everything you like sucks.
But I think it's because because he died in 90, right? I think it was 1990.
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
He died after. You don't know, Anthony. He died after it was out.
I was broken up about it.
But I think the reason I didn't like this song though was how you described it as jukebox fun. I mean, I really like Crossfire. I just didn't like this song. I thought it was.
You guys like that that Springsteen guy. Remember who's the guy from Jersey or whatever?
Southside Johnny?
Yeah, it's similar to that. That's why I thought you guys would like it. It's very similar to Southside Johnny.
You guys should have liked it.
They should have. All right, there's still hope with Jeff. All right, Jeff.
Of course I liked it. It was.
Thank you.
This was really good, man. Would you even consider this a little bit honky tonk?
I thought it was.
Yeah, with the keyboard, with the like shaking keyboards, and everything. Like, come on, Anthony. Adam, if you guys went into a bar and this was playing, this would set the house on fire. I think the house would be rocking.
It would be a rocking.
It just reminded me too much of like
Top Gun.
Oh, or no, old time rock and roll. That's a
good song.
Oh, I hate that song.
Yeah,
maybe because
this
you heard
is nothing like that song.
A great song.
It's not even close to being like that song. This is a blues classic. This is how you know Stevie Ray Vaughan is ultra talented. He could sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" and it was a #1 blues hit. So that's basically just doing a nursery rhyme, and with his guitar playing, made that one of the most classic blues songs of all time. So he's great. You don't have to like him. I'm not mad that you don't like him. I just think, but blowing him off like he's, freaking, has the guitar skills of the Edge from U2 is like it's ridiculous. Like, slow it down a little bit. He is a great guitar player. He's a god of guitar. He really is.
Yeah. I just said I don't care about it, but he's a great guitar player.
Nobody
it's like
anything.
John Mayer. John Mayer's a great
Day's
guitar player.
the biggest hack of all time, but I enjoy them because they're just fun.
Who is?
Like Green Day,
Green
bands
Day,
that you like. I'm just saying, like, you love Green Day.
Oh yeah, but I was 10 years old when I got into Green Day.
All right, well, I was 10
I'm
years old when I got into. I was 10
Green
years old when I got into Stevie Ray Vaughan. All right, so you guys probably hate The Last Artist, so we'll just wrap it up. I feel like
I actually liked it.
You had two more.
Two more?
No, I just got one more.
No, there were two more on your playlist.
Oh, was there two more? Yeah. Oh yes. All right, but I think we're out of time now. I don't know if we have time. We'll see. right, so Depeche Mode.
Oh, yeah.
Probably everybody hates this song. That's okay. I think this is. I think they're a good band. I think they're a solid band. I think they did a lot of good work in the '80s. I know Anthony doesn't like them, but I feel like they tried.
They did try. I don't mind the song. It's pretty cool.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. All right, Adam.
Oh, I love
They're
this
like
song.
a cooler Duran Duran.
Are you kidding me? They're
It's like
nothing like Duran
I
Duran.
always get them confused with Duran Duran. They're
Oh
like
my
if
God.
Duran Duran did a goth album.
Oh my God. We're all gonna beat you up, Anthony. Do you agree, Adam? Do you think they're Duran Duran doing a goth album?
No, I love Depeche Mode, and I think I mean I off of this album I probably would have gone with Enjoy the Silence, but I love this song, and they would have been perfect for that Cruel World festival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this was their first single off the album. I think Enjoy the Silence is probably a better song for sure. But yeah, I mean, this is like popular at the time, and Depeche Mode was, I get it, Anthony. You didn't. This music wasn't a part of your, upcoming or your upbringing or whatever. So your formative years, were bands like Green Day and all that, heroin rock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we were in dance clubs, meeting chicks. So and these are the kind of songs that we're on.
Yeah, I was.
So when you were dropping acid,
I was 5 years old when this came out. I wasn't picking up any chicks.
That's all right. But your mom likes it. That's what I heard. Anthony. So you're not a fan? That's okay. We don't care. Jeff.
I love it. I love Depeche Mode as well. I also agree with Adam about Enjoy the Silence, but this song is fine. Personal Jesus is a very, very cool song. I love Duran Duran. I think it's a band that has a deeper catalog than people think. I think the same thing with this band. I think like the album that followed up with a song like I Feel You is such a sick, great song compared to where they came from with Vince Clarke, who leaves to start Erasure with I Just Can't Get Enough. But I think this is
Erasure.
Yeah, but this is a song and an album. This is really Depeche Mode ascending and being at their peak. This was, I think, at their highest level. They're great. And I think it's a very cool song. I love this song.
I do too. All right, last one. Anthony hates them, so we'll just talk to Adam and.
I liked it.
Oh,
Willie Nelson, baby. All right, Anthony, this is your last. You got one last chance.
I'm giving Willie Nelson a thumbs up.
All right.
You can't not like Willie Nelson.
You could. You can't not like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and you did. So Willie Nelson's. This is a song, great song off the album A Horse Called Music. Beth Nielsen Chapman, she wrote this song. I did not realize that. This was Willie Nelson's his last #1 hit. So he did not have a #1 hit after this release of this single. This song is all about past and regrets and life, and but at the same time, it's like there's really nothing you can do about it. You have this life and you live it. And I have this tattoo. Nothing I could do about it now is on my lower arm right there. And it was my father's song. And, we did not always get along. And this song was kind of a tribute to kind of, his regrets and stuff. So we would play the song and kind of enjoy it together. And so it's kind of my tribute to him. But Adam, are you a fan of this song?
Yeah, it's a great song.
Good. Thank God.
Yep.
Because my dead dad loved it.
I had this song on repeat for a while this week.
It's such a good song.
Yeah.
It's got a good, it's a faster Willie Nelson song because most
Guys,
of the stuff is
I'm sorry,
really slow.
I gotta go because I gotta be.
We're
on
all
the air
going, dude.
in 5
Just wrap it
minutes.
up. What did you think of the song? Yeah. We're all going, Jeff. What'd you think? Just give me 3 seconds. Yeah.
Loved it. It's really, really good. A song I never really heard before, but I really enjoyed it.
Great. All right. Anthony. Bye, Jeff.
Yeah, I liked it. It's fun. I want to listen to more Willie Nelson. I don't listen to him that much.
Get you a greatest hits. Greatest hits. Start with the greatest hits. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Dustin's Vinyl and watching us here on Twitch. And we love you guys. And thanks for the support. And
Bye, guys.
listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Cult.